Okay, my friends, let's talk about recording music videos when you either have limited budget or no budget. Hi, I'm Fiona Flyte, and I help artists with money and personal power. For me, being able to record your own music videos definitely is in relationship with money and personal power, right? Because sometimes at the beginnings, we don't have a lot of money to self-produce. But there's a lot of personal power to be gained in producing music videos, and particularly self-producing. There's so much that you have to step into in order to self-produce. So I wanted to talk you through some of the things that have really helped me in recording. I don't know, I'd have to count, but I don't know, 60, 100 music videos, 50, so I don't know. I've got a lot of music videos. I started recording them in 2019, I think. And then I put out music videos once a week for a lot of weeks. And I just don't have the numbers, but maybe I'll add them to the screen and post. And then I had a rather large break. And then I've been in this process of reclaiming my relationship to my singing, to my artistry. And I've been again posting a new music video every week to YouTube and a clip every day to TikTok, and also sharing my own singing, like daily singing, not something that's been really produced, over on my IG stories. Now, one of my clients back in the day did a whole music video and spent the entire budget, $5,000, on creating this music video. And I felt so sad. This was actually before she became my client. I felt sad. She was a friend, because it was absolutely extraordinary, but it didn't go anywhere. This music video, it didn't go viral. It didn't get a lot of views. And it was so exquisite. It was so beautiful, and it really deserved to be seen. And that made me really sad. And it's something that I see happens to a lot of artists. You have this idea, you need to create this signature music video that is just like perfect, 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 really high production values. Like, you spend all the money on it and it is really beautiful. It's a masterpiece, but it's just one piece of content. And in today's day and age, we've got to be building our audiences, and to build an audience for that really well-produced music video, we've got to be laying the groundwork. And laying the groundwork means creating more in the process as you build your fan base. So that's what I'm really doing now. And I self-produce all of my own music videos. I also self-produced my first album. And so when I was recording that first album, because this is like the first tip, especially for singers, but I think this is probably relevant to all musicians, is getting a really good quality microphone. So rather than investing in one music video, I invested the money that I could at the time in microphones. And I was going to be recording opera sound at that point. And so I actually got 2 microphones that were really good for recording classical voices. And I set them up at different heights so that it was bringing out recording that chest and that head voice, where the mics were focused, were different, so that we had more of a blend of the sound that I was producing. And then in post, we blended. Now, these microphones I bought in 2004, and I'm still using them today. So that's what? I hadn't even thought of that. This is 21 years with the same microphones. They're really high quality Earthworks microphones. And I think that at the time, I think I did spend $1,000 on each of them. But the crazy thing about electronics is they actually come down in price as the technology improves. And so nowadays you can get great quality microphones and just get them. Buy a good quality microphone that you can then have as part of your home studio. And so whatever instrument, it's going to be different what your particular mics are. That's going to be the right one for you. But especially whatever you are, it's learn a little bit about microphones and then purchase your own microphone. Because a lot of artists and a lot of musicians feel like they've got to go to the studio in order to have it well produced, in part because they don't have a quality mic. But this is just one of your first basic investments. You don't need a camera to do your music videos. You can really literally just use your phone but that quality mic makes a huge difference. Now, then I run my mic through GarageBand. That's it. Like I have some of the more advanced programs, but GarageBand is enough. And I only really have just the very beginnings of a good understanding of how to do my editing in GarageBand, how to do mixing and mastering, just the beginning of it. And that's enough. Like I have the beginning and it's enough. It makes it quite a bit better than just room sound. And so it's just not that hard. And I'm learning so much by trial and error. I'm learning by just doing again and again, like just doing it and getting better and better. Now, one time I spoke with an artist on a call who was complaining that and comparing that they didn't have a space like I did because they've been seeing me record, not seeing me record, but they've been seeing the results of my music videos and my coaching videos online on YouTube. And she was just like, I don't have a good space like you have. So I'm going to give you a little room tour because this is a tiny little space that I have. I've never given this behind the scenes before. So let's check out my space. So I'm just going to do a little 360. This is the spot that I've been standing in, right? If we go this way, we're going to start seeing the clutter and we're going to see that big open living room that my family wants to walk through all the time when I'm recording. We go this way, we see there's a fireplace. We have some stuff. Then there's a window, which is completely not optimal at all to me have a window right behind where I'm recording, but it's just the way it is. And then we do this little swivel and we've got some more clutter and we've got my computer and then we're done. Like that's it. Also take note, I do have these really nice lights in addition to the open window and in addition to the ring light. You don't need all that. And then here's that mic I was talking about on a mic stand. Okay, so I just gave you the room tour and you are now aware that it's actually quite a small room and that there's a big living room area behind me. Case in point, my son just came out and said, when are you going to stop recording? And so this is the reality of being a entrepreneur, an artistpreneur with family, recording at home. Like there are going to be distractions. There are going to be like, I shouldn't have a window that, when I'm recording music like that. I shouldn't. And so I'm just saying, why not? Like, let's just get it going. Let's just do what you need to do so that you can build your skills, so you can build your audience, so you can develop a fan base, so that you can show up, so you can live in your art. Like, let's just do it and not have these excuses. So yes, I have a small room. I have a window. I've got kids going in and out. I've got a dog and I've got cats, and it's not always the right time to be filming. And I still just do it because my decision, my commitment to myself as both artist and as coach, as entrepreneur, as business owner, it's big. That commitment is big and it just takes over. There's just not enough room for the perfectionism because it's like, yeah, I am perfectionistic. I always have been, and too bad. It's like, I just have to deal with it. I just have to deal with the fact that everything is not perfect all the time because it's more important to get the coaching videos out. It's more important to work on my business, to grow my business. It's more important to make my music. And so I'm really encouraging you to put aside all of these, like, it's got to be a certain way ideas, let them all go, and then work within what it is that you've got. So for me right now, in 365 days of song, this is my current experiment, and today is 208. 208 days of singing in a row. Every day I sing and every day I post some of my singing. Once a week, I also post a YouTube video, a full music video. And during this season, I am getting better and better in my artistry because I'm recording myself every day and I'm watching my videos. It's a game tape. That's one of my old singing teachers who also worked with broadcasters in sportscasting. He would call it game tape when you watched back or listened. And at that time, it was more like listening back to my recordings of me singing. Now I'm watching these videos every day and I'm listening to myself and I'm just getting better and better. And it's really satisfying. Watch the satisfaction video. Like, it's really satisfying. And so I'm moving in the direction of those fully produced music videos. But by the time I decide to invest money in those fully produced music videos, I will really know which songs of all of these songs I've been working on over this year. I'll know which songs do I really want to turn into a fully produced music video. I will have lived with these songs over quite a long period of time. My mic technique is so much better. I'll know with these songs, because I've been recording them more than once, I'll know like where am I needing to go in and out of the mic, because when I'm belting and when I'm singing opera sounds, both, it's like I can't be up close to the mic or I peak. I'm learning so much about the mic technique and recording technique just by doing it all myself. And living with these songs means that I'll have a much better idea of like, what is it that I want to express when I do a fully produced music video as well. And on top of all that, I will have been continuing the process of building that fan base who will appreciate the calling card music videos once I have the budget and the desire to produce them. So if I was going to buy anything right now to support me in my music video process, if I was someone who didn't have a whole big setup yet, it would be simply the microphone. Like, what is the ideal microphone for your instrument? And then next, if I was to buy something else, I would probably buy good quality lights. Not necessary. Like, the only thing that is really necessary, I think, is that microphone. So if you are someone who wants to be releasing music videos, wants to be creating music videos, and you haven't gotten really underway yet, or you've only been thinking in terms of I need to pay for studio time and I need to hire a cinematographer or director and all of that, I want to encourage you to just get started and go ahead and do it, because you are an artist and your art deserves to be heard. And now, like always, go out into the world and shine your light. You have a voice, you deserve to be heard, and the world deserves to hear you.